Hi everyone, Shannon with Apogee of the Moon, and I'm coming at you with my first ever video forecast for the week ahead. So to start off with, today on Saturday, August 22nd, the sun is going to be moving out of Leo, its home sign, where it feels so happy and so bright and really just refreshes every aspect in terms of what Leo represents. It's moving from its home sign into Virgo. And I really like the sun moving into Virgo, especially after this new moon that we had in Leo with Mercury. So what this is you taking the initiative to move forward with something that you started at the new moon. This is you taking something and moving into a space of planning for it and writing down the nitty-gritty details of how you want it to work out and deciding where you want to go. So this sun moving into Virgo after this new moon with Mercury is really asking you to take action and write everything down, right? Mercury is already in Virgo. The sun moves into Virgo. So this is asking you not only to put your mind, but to put your energy into mapping things out, making those lists for the things that you want to accomplish on whatever it is that you seeded from this new moon in Leo. Because this is literally just a few days coming past that new moon. The moon moved, into Virgo first, then Mercury, now the sun. So everybody's following suit. Now, shortly after the sun moves into Virgo, I believe the next day. So on Sunday, the moon is going to move into Scorpio. So this is good in terms of we have sign-based aspects now in terms of a grand trine in Earth. This is very grounding. This is very much things you find when the sun moves into Earth signs. If you don't have a lot of Earth in your chart, things start to slow down. But this can be good if you utilize it in the proper way. So for people that find certain times of the year slower than others, generally it's because there's the sun or planets moving into Earth and it just seems to take forever. I personally feel this way as well. I have no planets in Earth, so my Earth houses are technically empty, just a couple of points, not actual planets in Earth. So for me, when we hit Earth signs, it seems to drag on forever, drives me crazy. But knowing what I know now, especially after years of study with astrology, utilizing that energy, that slow down energy, especially with the sun in Virgo, this is meticulous attention to detail. This is putting things in the proper order and making sure that you have all the facts, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is now in its home sign of Virgo. And coming off the back end here, later in the week, I believe on Tuesday, we're going to have Mercury in trine to Uranus. So right now, with the sun, Mercury in Virgo, Uranus in Taurus, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter in Capricorn, this is a sign-based grand trine. So this is asking you to get real with what's going on in the world and in your little microcosm of that world. Okay, so we have the macrocosm, everything that's going on the mundane level. Then we have the microcosm of where in our lives we're being asked to reevaluate certain things and to slow it down and understand where it is that we need to show up and where it is that we need to change how things have been done. Okay, so with the sun in Virgo, this I'm looking forward to this, because I find that when the sun moves into Virgo, or the sun moves into really any earth-based sign, but especially Virgo because it is ruled by Mercury, people are more technical. People are more grounded in the fact of, okay, well, no, this is how it needs to be done. These are the steps that we need to take in order to get there. Okay. Now on Monday, Mars squaring Saturn. So yes, this is very heavy energy. Can you separate out the Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter energy. Not really. They're all really close together. However, Mars square Saturn, what did you miss the first time around? Because right now, Mars is direct, Saturn is retrograde. So this first aspect, sorry, itchy nose, it's allergy season. This aspect with Mars squaring Saturn, Saturn is in retrograde, Mars is slowing down. I mean, Mars is going to be at these end degrees for a while, okay? So this Mars square Saturn aspect, Mars is still direct, slowing down. He's thinking about things as he catches up to Saturn and squares him. He's starting to think, well, wait a minute. Saturn is asking him to slow it down even more, to say, what did you miss? Where is it that you botched what you needed to structure in such a way as to move forward? Because you need to think about this. So as Mars is slowing down, he's starting to really think about, okay, well, I'm really fired up. I really want to move forward with this, but I need to evaluate. Okay. And Mars in Aries is not one to evaluate. Mars in Aries is one to just go. But because he is going retrograde, this is that re-energy. So revisiting, rehashing, re-editing, revising, redoing, all the re's. Any re you can think of, right? So this energy is asking you to take the time. The sun over in Virgo, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. This is all asking you to slow it down and to really get deep, right? That's not necessarily something you would think of with an earth sign, but because we do have those planets retrograde and in earth, no less, this is asking you to slow it down. Once they go direct, it's asking you to transform, okay? So there's that. And that's all I'll say about that because I don't want to get too political. So on Tuesday, we do have Mercury trine Uranus and Venus in opposition to Jupiter. So the Mercury trine Uranus, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. So it's not, he doesn't function as well. I mean, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, this is asking you to reevaluate and really understand where it is that you need liberation and freedom moving forward. Because once he stations to go direct in January, I mean, this is a long retrograde. The outer planets go retrograde for, 4 to 6 months out of the year. So Uranus in Taurus is asking you to reevaluate where it is that you need that liberation and freedom, and to turn that inward and to understand where it's coming from. So Mercury is the details. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. It's that 10,000 foot view. So this trine aspect is a good aspect. This is asking you to understand and evaluate the steps that you need to take in order to make that revolutionary change in your life, okay? Venus opposition Jupiter. This is not the worst aspect to have. However, you can't really separate out Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn right now. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Where is it do you need to balance your home life against your work life, or against your career, or against how you want to show up in the world with everything that's going on? Where is it that you need to take care of your loved ones versus taking care of your priorities, right? That's that kind of energy, because technically Cancer rules the 4th house, Saturn rules the 10th house. It's wherever this shows up in your chart, it's asking for balance. It's asking for you to understand that you can't always go to those creature comforts, that you can't always go over and, you're stressed out, you're going to eat whatever you want, right? It's not really asking you that. It's asking you to understand, okay, well, where do I need to balance this in my life? Where do I need to understand and come to grips with my new way of living? And where do I need to feel safe and secure? And how can I help my family feel safe and secure against what's happening out in the outer world? So there's that. Now on Thursday, which is the last aspect that I will talk about, is Venus trine Neptune. So does Venus fog things up a little bit? Yeah, it does. or Neptune, I'm sorry. Did I say Venus? Yeah. Anyway, Neptune fogs things. Neptune kind of creates a blanket of illusion or a blanket of misunderstanding. This aspect could see you trying to escape those heavier energies that are going on, those harder aspects that are going on. This could see you trying to move into a place of fantasy. This could see you trying to idolize something that's going on in your home life and really use that as an escape mechanism, especially, you know, because it is a trine aspect, it is positive. There's nothing wrong with, you know, popping into fantasy land for about 10 minutes or being a little indulgent with something for a little bit. But the thing is that don't overdo it, because we do have Venus is going to oppose Pluto and Saturn in the coming weeks. So, and Mars is slowing down to go retrograde. I mean, for this week, there's interesting energy that is helping to alleviate the harsher aspects that are going on between the stellium in Capricorn and Mars in Aries. So these alleviating aspects, though, are kind of gimmies from the universe, in a sense, as far as I'm concerned. This is how I'm interpreting it. This is how I'm reading it. These are gimmies that are just trying to help mitigate what's happening with that harsh square aspect out in the broader world, in your personal lives, whatever that looks like for you. And it's it's almost like the universe, God, whatever you believe, it's almost like this is testing your will. This is testing your faith. This is testing what you hold on to believe what is right and good and true in the world. And those rose-colored glasses, you know, they came off, but it's also a matter of not losing your freaking mind in terms of everything that's going on. So these positive aspects that are happening right now are kind of gimmies from, you know, the above, saying, okay, we don't want you to completely lose your shiznat. We want you to understand that there is good happening and there are good things that are coming. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today. I hope this helped. I'm not quite ready to do the whole forecasting yet. I have to set that up and understand, you know, how I can talk about it and how I can keep myself focused and on track in terms of, you know, signs like going from Aries all the way around the zodiac to Pisces. I don't have a visual. I'm a very visual person. So I do have my notes for the days that these aspects are happening. That's why I keep looking down. But in terms of keeping it straight and really talking about it, because I do tend to get off track a little bit, I do tend to have a little bit more Neptunian energy sometimes. So I just want to be here for you, and I want you to know that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. We just have to take a step back and respond to the energies that are coming at us, and even learn to respond to ourselves instead of that knee-jerk reaction of that negative self-talk. We need to slow that down as well and really get right in our own heads what's going on in the wider scheme of the world in terms of our portion of that microcosm. Okay, so if you like, share, subscribe. If you feel so called, please do so, and stay safe.